Sa public service ho namin, ang mga Tulfo brothers, si Rafi Tulfo, si Erwin Tulfo, si Mon Tulfo, si Ben Tulfo, meron ho kami mga action center. Iba-iba hong experience ho namin, iba-ibang discipline ho namin when it comes to public service. Mon started it all as isumbong mo kay Tulfo. And then, sabay-sabay ho kami, and for whatever reasons, not until lately, noong 2000, when I started to ended up my career as an executive coming from the US. I decided to join, eto ho, yung sinasabing mundong aking ginagalawan kasi graduate ho ako ng journalism. For the studies in the US, iba na ho yung aking executive ho yun. Okay, ngayon, being an executive, ganun pa rin ho ako rito, pero nag-form ho kami ng Action Center. In 2002, for the last 20 years, thank God for the blessings, karamihan ho ng palabas ho namin are sometimes extreme in the past because of investigative ho kami. Ngayon, as time goes by, nag-evolve ho kami into public service until such time, marami ho kami started on many network. TV5 ang started ho namin, and then napunta ho kami sa IBC13, UNTV sabay ho yan, and then the UNTV sabay din ho sa TV5, PTV4 sabay ho yan. For now, solid ho kami, People's Television Network, PTV4, and yung aming digital platform, which basically mapapanood nyo ho. Ngayon, experience ho namin sa aming Action Center, may mga staff ho kami. At may mga cases ho kaming tinatanggap na kung requires the assistance ho ng Public Attorney's Office. With due respect sa experience ho namin, wala ho kaming makitang problema kasi very cooperative ho yung aming mga nalalapitan ho kahit na sa Mindanao, sa Visayas, sa part of Luzon, in Metro Manila, sa Department of Justice, ito ho yung Public Attorney's Office. And I'm gonna say it fairly, and I'm sure na yung aming experience are okay. And wala po kaming masabi. As a matter of fact, let me just be honest. My eldest son is a PAO lawyer by the name of Jack Tulfo. He is a public attorney's office. Siya ho ay isang PAO lawyer. And I'm proud of that. And anytime na may mga problema sa PAO, I would talk to him on the phone and just, because he lives somewhere in Puerto Princesa, so I'll talk to him about a particular case, and nagkagabayan niya ho ako. And nakikita ko yung paano yung float galawan sa loob ng PAO, kaya wala ho kaming bad experiences, mabilis ho sila kumilos, and from the past to the present. Well, sabagay, may mga perception ho tayo, and sometimes our perception is based on what we see, what we hear, or what we experience. Kami ho, experience ho kami. Our experience is on the basis na so far, most of the time, if not all the time, maganda hong experience namin. But may mga ibang taong, may siguro sa Action Center ni Tul Rafi baka, sometimes, if not oftentimes, iba ho yung kanilang experience. Ang sinabi ho kasi ni Rafi, Tul Rafi, mahal kong kapatid na tatakbo sa Senado, he is considering creating a legal assistance desk. Okay, ngayon, sabi niya, may mandato naman talaga sa ating gobyerno, yung PAO, na para tumulong sa mga mahihirap. Kaya there are sometimes, or cases na yung PAO di po makikita, yung PAO absent. Yung PAO wala roon, they can't really perform, so that's when I would come in, yung mga lawyers ko, volunteer lawyers, na para siguraduhin na meron talagang legal representation yung isang suspect pag i-inquest. Watch the word. Sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time, all the time. Kami ho, I will say, all the time, oftentimes, maganda hong experience namin. Kasi ho kami talagang iba yung aming mga hinahawakang mga kaso. Kay Tul Rafi, iba rin. So, iba rin ho kala. So, siguro Rafi is talking about, sometimes, sabi niya, sometimes, may mga panahon, yung mga kaso ng PAO, di mo sila makikita. Kami naman sa BITAG Action Center, I don't know with Tul Erwin, I don't know with Montulfo, I would say all the time and most of the time, we're okay. And with Rafi's experience, iba ho kasing kanyang company, sa company ho namin, sabi niya, sometimes. Yung cases po ng PAO, di po makita. Again, sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time, all the time. Apat po yan. I happen to be a communicator. Kaya, ganito ho ako magsalita, talagang ginagawa po natin na talagang i-break down. Is there a pattern na talagang sinasabi ni Rafi? Sinasabi niya lang, I'm not defending my brother. As I said kanina, I also have a son na nagtatrabaho sa Public Attorney's Office, si Jack Stulfo. So sinabi niya, sometimes, which means, hindi oftentimes, hindi most of the time, hindi all the time. Sometimes, pinakababang level ho yun eh. So, okay? Ganon din ho pag sinasabing, maybe we have some bad experience, good experiences, better, excellent, or best experiences or excellent experiences. Tinibigyan ho natin ng grado at pamantayan. We're trying to make sure na may mga yardstick, panukat. Kaya ano yung panukat o level na sinasabi ni Tul Rafi? Siya lang nakakaalam. I mean, because they have a different public service, and kami ho, iba rin kami, palaban ho kami. Yung mga abogadong, most of the time so far, marami ho mga PAO lawyers na nalalapitan ho namin, talagang binibigyan ho kami ng update. At natutuwa po kami. So, because magaling ho yung aming bantering and pakikitungo doon sa mga abogadong nare-representa yung mga kliyente po namin. And they're always open door policy sa amin. So, experience-wise, I have good experiences and I can say it the way I want to say it. Hindi po ako nagbabalanse, but I have to be very fair and I have to be very honest with you. Kaya kung nagsasalita ho si Tul Rafi ng kanyang experience, who am I to say, mali ka, Tul? Even my son said, paano naman to? Sabi ko sa kay Jax, listen, we have an institution who is basically PAO, and people in that institution are the ones giving that kind of perception and impression. As far as I'm concerned, my experience with the institution called Public Attorney's Office, all the time and most of the time is good. So you can't take that. Perception is something that sometimes nagiging basis. So, the best source of experience, even experience, again, sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time, all the time, pinakamababa ho yung level na sometimes ang sinabi ni Tul Rafi, sometimes. Hindi oftentimes, kalimitan. Hindi ho malimit. O hindi ho lagi na lang. Wala namang kundi ganito lagi. Hindi ho eh. Sometimes ang ginamit niya. That's why I have to talk to my son and say, hey son, listen, it's okay. That's perception. Just keep on working and just do the best that you can because God is your witness. If you're really doing good, forget about their perception. At the end of the day, who's the best judge? It's not the people. Maybe we can just simply work the best that we can.